Hi friends, it's Claire from Scrappy Nerd UK, and today I have a process video for you I'm guest designer for Quirky Kits, which is a UK kit company. Now I'm working with a whole lot of stamps, and I basically traced around the heart that was on the other paper. I'm using it for another project, and I used this for the other project, and I didn't want to throw it away because I thought it would come in handy. So recently I've seen a video by Paige Evans, and I absolutely love the effect that she had with using a mask for stamping off. So you don't quite get the full image. You sort of lay half of the stamp over the mask, or whatever you're using as a mask, and stamp onto the paper. Some of them will be full stamps and some of them will be the partial ones. Now I know that this pink stamp pad is really difficult to see on this video, so apologies, but there are some close-ups at the end, and you'll see that I was going for a really sort of soft, muted tones on this layout, to be honest with you. So I didn't want to go bright and brash. I wanted to match the tones of the kit, and this is the prismatic kit for February and March, I believe it is, 2017. So I'm just basically making my way around the page using the pink, switching between the pink, switching between the green, with different stamps just from my stash. I've used a mixture of heart stamps, there's sentiments in there, there's birds, there's stars. So just anything that really took my fancy. Just working my way round here. This is one of the bigger sentiment stamps, and I don't bore you with all of this. So I'm just finishing off here with the last few stamps, and then I'm going to pull the mask off. And before I do that, I do go around with my Tim Holtz pick, and I make holes about 1/4 inch apart because I'm going to sew around this. And I pull the mask off really gently, and then I'm left with this effect, which I absolutely love. So I take about 1/4 inch off of each side because I'm going to back this on some of the pattern paper. And apologies, it's just jumped to this bit. I didn't realise that my camera had stopped filming. First time in all of my videos that my camera stopped filming, so apologies for that. When I was selecting my paper, that's the only bit that you missed, to be honest. So I've chosen this one, and I was fighting with myself because I love the cut aparts on the back of this paper, but I also wanted to use this side. And to be fair, I've got the full 12 by 12 pad of this paper anyway. So I'm just using the frame that I cut out to surround my layout. And if I'm not backing it with the pattern paper, then I usually do a squiggly pen board around it, but I was trying to keep this layout, the colours in it, really soft, so I didn't want to bring too much black into it. So I've just chosen these papers here. I believe they're both from the Chasing Dreams collection. This one certainly is. I'm not too sure about the green one, apologies, but do head over to the Quirky Kits. You'll find it actually under Crafty Templates website, and go and have a look at the kit, and you'll see what it contains. I'm not sure whether this kit is still available, but if you're interested in future kits, then I definitely recommend this kit club. So I'm just backing my photo with some of that white with black diamond paper, and I'm gonna layer the same papers multiple times. So I've done the black and white paper, I've then done a layer of vellum. I'm now going to do a layer of the green wavy chevron, if you want to call it that. Now I see it says crepe. Oh, this one is definitely Chasing Dreams, from the new Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams collection. And again, I've got the full 12 by 12 pad of this, so it's cheeky, isn't it? I've got the full 12 by 12 pad, and yet I try and sort of scrimp and save on as much paper as possible. So you'll see in a second that I go with the torn edge border. Actually, you've just seen me do it with the green one. I still keep those strips that I tear off because I will use them. So I'm just straightening up the edge here and then doing a torn edge here, and I love the effect of this. I used to trim everything down with my trimmer. It had to be super straight, but now I'm quite happy to cut things with my scissors, knowing that it's not going to be perfect. And I'm quite happy to do a torn edge because it just creates a bit of interest. Next, I'm just going to bump that up on some fun foam just to give it some height, and it gives you a nice shadow around your photo. And next, I'm using the thickers that came in the kit, and these are called Fitzgerald, and they are probably my favourite font of thickers. You get quite a lot in the pack, and so it means you can make a lot of titles out of them. And the title of this layout is going to be True Friends. And I'm just using my thickers alignment tool here just to try and help with the lining on that. And I fuss around with it, but I decided to put it up the top where I originally had it. So next on to the embellishments. So I keep them all in this little tray, and I'm just having a look through stuff that I want to use on this layout. So I start with the labels that came in the kit. And I know that I want to put a label under the bottom left of the photo, and I start with a green label, and then I add the pink one in, and you'll see that I decide just to go with the pink one in the end because I think there's enough green on this layout as it is. So I'm just bringing in the acrylic pieces, the hearts. There's a couple of hearts and a star, and I'm using the rubber charms, and I think the acrylic ones are from Paige Evans and the rubber charms are from Amy Tam. Apologies for the cable hanging down there. I didn't quite realise. I'll notice it in a minute and remove it from your view. There we go, I've noticed it. So I'm just using some glossy accents to stick down those rubber pieces. I find that is the best adhesive to use on rubber embellishments. And there seems to be enough stick on these acrylic pieces to stay stuck down. I love these acrylic pieces from Paige Evans. I can't remember what collection they're from. They might be from Take Me Away. So you'll see here I'm just fussing with that label and decide just to go with the pink label in the end, just to tie in with the pink ink stamp pad. Not too sure what I was trying to say then. And because I'm not going with the two labels, I decide to back that label on some vellum just to make the lines not so harsh on this one. And then just popping that back under, sticking it down with a bit of ATG, and under it goes. There we go. And then I'm just going to commit to sticking these hearts down. They are quite dimensional. However, I use resin flowers in my scrapbooking, so they're not as dimensional as resin flowers. So if you're worried about that, don't be. So next I'm just pulling the sequins, and I think sequins have really taken over the scrapbooking world as the new enamel dot, to be honest. There's so many different varieties. And to be honest, I still love my enamel dots. However, I do like me some pretty sequins as well. And I stuck those down using glossy accents. And I've just pulled one of the Tim Holtz Tiny Word stickers because I love those, and that's just from my stash. And one final thing from my stash, I just had some pink and green enamel hearts that really complement this kit. So I just added those in. So here is the finished layout. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I did really enjoy making this one. So please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll bring you plenty more. And leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you all, and don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you all on my next video. Bye for now.